Hello and welcome to Scientifically Speaking. Today we're going to be talking about the new discovery about the Earth core protrusion, and that it's now making the Earth core lopsided. I did a video about what the Earth shape should be several years ago, and I said it's neither round nor flat nor an oblique spheroid. I said it's more like an American football, and no, that didn't make sense to me either. I was talking in the video, I'll show it in a bit, I was talking in the video about how maybe the ends have come off, but it should be pointy according to double helix energy theory. So let's go through the video. This is Suspicious Observers from June 6th, an update called Earth Core Protrusion, Advanced Catastrophism. So I'm going to stop it as we go through and we'll see how it goes in the editing. All right.
Should pack quite the punch. In this series, which we mention about 4 times a week, and with the asymmetrical aspects of the world. In particular, this update pertains to the Jennebekoff effect, the intermediate axis theorem, where that asymmetry causes simple rotation to result in tilting based on the severity of the asymmetry after a period of seemingly quieted and calm spin. Whereas the wildly popular...
Now, if we look at that, it's like a vortex to a halo wave. I just want to point that out.
The YouTube channel Veritasium claimed this did not apply to Earth because we...
And a vortex to a halo wave is an energy protrusion, and the energy hits an energy or matter barrier and falls over into a wave or a dome, which would create a T on one side.
We were pretty symmetrical about the spin axis. We countered with the evidence that we are not symmetrical in any way, shape, or form as a planet. The outer parts we can see tell us that. The subduction zone, homes of all blot echo earthquakes ever, snitch on the asymmetry. And of course, the LL mantle and fingering up to...
because I want to get to the bit where it shows the shape.
Places like Hawaii and the East African Rift, as you might infer from those facts.
Now, from the picture, you've got protrusions on both sides. A vague American football shape if it was 2 vortices being squished out. The Earth is accepting more energy, so the core is heating up. Our field is going down, so we're allowing in more radiation. And that radiation is going straight to the electrical core. And the electrical core is heating up. And one of the first rules of double helix energy flow is the formation of a vortex. And a vortex is always first, and then a rollover halo wave.
Facts, they indeed spring out opposite sides of the core, like internal handlebars, one below Africa and the other below the Pacific. Symmetrical indeed. It is sort of inane at this point in geophysical knowledge to consider the planet...
So this would go with the biblical scriptures that the Earth will stagger like a drunken man and shake like a shack in a wind. So it's going to start rocking before it eventually turns over.
Symmetrical in any way, and when we went over in the series just how serious the electromagnetic forcing of the entire planet can be by the sun, I can remember looking back at all that evidence and thinking to myself, what's next? They're going to tell us the Earth's core is lopsided perpendicular to the LLSVP internal handlebars and that T-shape actually does exist inside the planet? Are you serious?
And there you go. Let's go back on that again.
And that T-shape actually does exist inside the planet, VP internal handlebars, and Earth's core is lopsided perpendicular to the LLSVP internal...
Perpendicular to the original flow. All energy travels perpendicular to the original flow if it hits an energy or matter barrier. Double helix energy theory.
Handlebars, and that T-shape actually does exist inside the planet. Are you serious? Yes, I'm serious. Yes, that article from 3 days ago was the lopsided core, and yes, its extended portion bulges out under Indonesia, more specifically, the Banda Sea. Now, when we visualize this, it is not helpful to try to draw it on the projection we normally use to look at the Earth. The expanse of the Pacific plume makes it look like the Banda Sea core protrusion is actually almost part of the Pacific structure. But this is only due to that expanse of the Pacific sector. The actual center of the Pacific sector, making a line with the central plume beneath Africa on the other side, indeed puts the band of C core protrusion exactly between, perpendicular, and while not a perfect T, it is a whole lot closer to a T-shaped anomaly structure than a symmetrical axis. So
there we have it. There's a T coming out. And anybody who's followed my channel of vortex to wave to vortex, which is a heteromac formation which occurs because the energy and matter, either or, they hit an energy or a matter barrier, and so they have to roll over into a wave. This will create a heteromac torus field, which is an Ouroboros field, and then it will drill through the next level. That's what a vortex is on the outside of the planet. It is a volcano. All right, so let's go to my video now, and I'll show that I see the inside of things. That's all there is to it. God showed me the inside of everything and how it all worked. And when I made the video, I was like, the Earth shouldn't be round and it shouldn't be flat. But because double helix energy theory says it should be a football shape, a American football shape. All right, let's have a look at the video. Okay, so this is my video, and this is from 2017, September 2017, so it's over 3 years old. Flat or globe neither, plus how gravity works and why the poles are moving together. So I was talking about this 3-4 years ago. So let's see what I say about the shape. Let's just bounce straight in. It shows any real pictures from space. They're obviously all fake and been photoshopped to death. So, no. Basically, any picture of Earth is made up of a collage of many pictures. Nobody can get far enough out in space to take a full photo of the Earth. So that's why there isn't a real photo, because we can't get far enough away from it into space. They can only go into orbit. So the Earth is made up of a collage of pictures. It is not, when you see a full supposed Earth, nope, that's a collage. I agree that I've got no idea what the Earth shape is. I've never seen it. Nobody has. In reality, I don't believe half the stuff they show us from space. I know it's an electric universe, but either way, I've attacked this with energy moves matter, energy attracts matter, matter covers energy, energy moves matter, and now I'm going to put the halo wave against the sun, showing the two vortices that go up, left. This one travels counterclockwise, this bottom one travels clockwise, so that the whole thing spins counterclockwise, which is how the Earth spins. But now we're going to look at what's going up and what's going down, because if energy moves matter, that should be the Earth's shape. Now I'm just going to stop it there, because I might have got the orientation wrong, but that's what double helix energy says it should look like. So to me, I was describing the inside of the planet where these protrusions are happening, and on the end of each you can see I've even thrown on a vortex to halo wave, because that's what will come out of that. Alright, let's see if I go anywhere else with this. So I was talking about the moon, I didn't know. So now on this bit here, you can see that I've got the sea on top and on the bottom, and facing in the correct direction. So the bits of land on either side, left and right of this picture, they should be pointy. Because I said it was kind of like the duck, the comet ducks that we always see, which proves electrification of a comet surface, and they end up looking like a duck shape. And I kind of believe without the seas we would kind of look like that, one side's lopsided to the other. Alright, so hang on, do we have any other explanation here? Because I do move the paper about. I've quickly gone through this. So I wasn't sure what the orientation should be. That was the only thing I wasn't sure of. And maybe I say that here. Here we go. As I can get. This used to be a massive flower. I believe we used to be all here. But then energy stopped, and like a ring magnet it broke, and it flipped in two different directions, which ends up giving us this broken object, I believe, and we twisted that way. So I'm saying that, you know, I'm not sure what I'm saying here because I've only watched half the video, but I got the shape right, and that's all I'm happy about. When the power came back on, it was different. So whether I'm talking about the last magnetic incursion where the planet changed direction. So what's at the equator, these two protrusions, they could have actually been at the poles, which would make my orientation correct until there was a magnetic incursion which rolled it sideways. And this is going to happen again with the next magnetic incursion, which is due about now in the next 20 to 50 years. So the planet will do exactly the same thing again.
We went from there to there, or there to there.
So you see I'm struggling with where this orientation should be, but obviously now it's left and right. Dog going crazy outside. So, yeah. Considering I've seen the inside of things,
I'm not really sure. This bit might just be bent that way with a C here and weirdy bit on top. So do you see what I mean? But something got broken.
and I think we'll leave that there, because basically, yeah. More adverts, no. So the reason for the fact that it's now turning into a T-bar goes back to double helix energy theory, which is a vortex will be ejected first, and then if it hits an energy or matter barrier that is greater than the strength of itself, it has to roll over into a rollover halo wave and become an Ouroboros ring, which would be a dome of plasma lava, let's say. So yeah, I mean, you could talk about expanding Earth theories here as well, where people are like, no, the Earth doesn't expand. Well, what's it doing now? I think it has expanded. The fact that of all the stretch marks on the in the seas there. So it looks like double helix energy theory is correct yet again, and also predicts the future that, yeah, we're going to roll like that Russian space video at the beginning. It's going to happen. The Bible says it's going to happen. And I've said it was going to happen. And now I can say, yes, thanks, suspicious observers, for confirming the kind of things that I've said about energy travel. Because, you know, nobody believed that video that the Earth should be a football shape. But again, I keep drawing the inside of things because I've seen how it's all made. And that's all due to visions from God in 2014 for 3 weeks, day and night. And then whenever I decided to think about things, because it took me 3 weeks to get a handle on what I thought about without everything crashing in and telling me everything. God gives in a huge way, and he, again, is confirming my work lately by science, corroborating my visions and my drawings, again proving that I did receive visions. And everything I've drawn keeps coming true, based on science and scripture and what I drew. Thanks very much. My name is Lee. I follow the Christ, and I'm showing you all the things that he showed me. Thanks a lot. Bye.